Hello, welcome to Dave's Aquarium Thoughts. This is Late Night Aquarium Thoughts. I'm Dave. How's everyone going? Thanks for everyone who has came early. Talked to a few of you in chat. Hello, Lunatic Fringe. Work has been treating me fine, although I do got news on the job front. I am currently, all this week I've been training at another job, so that is what is one of the things I wanted to talk about. Although I'm not really sure on how much I'm going to really divulge on that, primarily because I'm not quite sure what I can actually divulge on that, or if I really want to divulge on that. But I'll get into that a little bit in a little bit. I just want to say hi to everyone. Hello, Anthony's with Anthony's Fishy Friends. I'm not sure if he's still here, but also thanks and hello to Anthony with the Amazon Research Center for Ornamental Fishes. Once again, I'm not sure if they're still in here, but they were looking before I went live. I know I'm probably competing a lot with Rico Stan right now, but it's understandable because I haven't really streamed. I haven't been streaming lately, primarily due to work. I've been working late. I've been working till 11, which pretty much 2 p.m. to 11 p.m., which that kind is really not conducive to actually streaming, as well as having no set schedule, which I didn't really have a set day off like I used to. But right now I do got a new job. Like I said, I've been in training, which might allow me to actually do more in terms of live streaming. Hopefully, I'll probably be getting off earlier. I won't be working that late, except for maybe some odd things may happen. But the other aspect of that new job is I might be completely dead tired by the time I get off. For the few people who actually know where I'm actually going and what I'm actually doing, they might understand. I've told a few people. I don't know if I told everyone, primarily because I really don't know if I really want to divulge all that information. Maybe at some point, maybe I will decide to just spread it out. But being a federal job, I'm not quite sure on how how much I really want to divulge on that, or if I can. I don't know yet. Hey, Anthony. Yeah, Anthony Fishy Friends knows. We're in a private chat message with a few other people. So yeah, there's a few people that actually know. But all this week I've been basically in training, which primarily meant Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I got there at like 7:30 not 7:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and stayed until like 3:30, just sitting there in a very, very uncomfortable chair, watching lovely slides and videos, which was just boring. Hey, Vanovsky, how's it going? I think you're another person I did not see at the auction on Sunday. Which I really wasn't that impressed with the auction this month as opposed to the previous month. I just think the August auction was much better, had a lot more fish. Although I did see a large, humongous pistogram cockatoides, which if I had a tank, I probably would have picked up. But that thing was just large, actually larger than Frank, which was my limit pistogramma. But anyways, I don't know how long I'm going to be going tonight, but I do have to wake up early, like say 5 a.m. in the morning my time, and right now it's about 9 o'clock. So I do have to wake up early, primarily because I need to do more training, and this one's actually driving training. Let's see. Yeah, Lunatic Fringe says, Anthony did a story that you may be interested. Someone is not being credited for being a dual citizen. Let's see here. Anthony, Amazon Research Center. I have 6 or 7 pistogramma coming in a few weeks. Pistogramma what? APP? What kind of... Hey, George, how's it going tonight? But anyways, with the new job, I might be able to stream more. But like I said, I might be dead tired. But I guess I could tell you at least who I'm working for, I suppose, which is actually the United States Postal Service. I will be handling your mail. Well, at least people in the area which I'm going to be working at. But Um, Glad to see you here, George. But anyways, so I'm hoping that gives me the opportunity to actually come on here and actually stream more often. I'm not sure what days it will be because it looks like my Thursday time slot now has been picked up by Rico Stan. So I guess now Thursday goes from like Fish Room Fever to Chattanooga Ed to Rico Stan, which is fine. I kind of gave that up. I know Aquaballs was streaming in that segment for a little bit when I was gone. But hopefully one of these nights I will be able to stream more often. I just have to find a good time. Jimi Hendrix was also a native Aberrin. His grandparents moved to Vancouver in 1912. His dad was born a Canadian. I'm not sure if my wife might be dual citizen. I'm not sure if she actually filed for that or not, but I know she's from the Philippines and now she's an American citizen. I'm not sure if she's dual or not. Maybe I should check that out. Maybe I should ask her. She might know. But yeah. Anyways, but as I stream, I might be doing a few new things. I already have a thought in my head. I might actually try it out in a little bit as days goes on. Not days. I'm not going to be streaming for days. As the night goes on a little bit. Maybe just open up for a little, let's see, George. I have 3, not just 2. Are you talking about citizenships there, George? You have 3 citizenships instead of 2? So you're a trio citizen, is that what you're saying? But anyways, how's everything going with everyone else here? I know George has been doing a lot of breeding. If you follow his channel, he has been posting a lot of videos yesterday and today about breeding some fish. I know he has the Venezuelan cories that he bred, and a few other ones I can't remember. Hey, how's it going? And just for everyone out there, as well as anyone who might be watching the replay, I do still have stickers available, which is like this one right here. So if you just go to aquariumthoughts.com/stickers, you can actually name your price, whether it be free or $2 or however you want to charge for that. You can. Hey, Alfredo, how's it going? Anyone has any placots? I don't have any bettas. I do actually have some guppies now, which is a fish I normally didn't really keep. I have some black muscales that actually dropped 1 fry so far, which I got back in August. Hey, Derek, how's it going? I got a day off, primarily because I'm quitting my old job and I'm getting a new job. Which I already mentioned here. But yeah, I've been in training all this week. Basically, I was in training from Monday to Wednesday. Today they gave me off. Tomorrow I do some driving training, which I have to wake up early, so I'm not going to be staying up late on this thing. But yeah, tomorrow I'm driving training. Saturday and Sunday I'm off again, so I get the weekend off as well. And then Monday I get a shadow day, which I get to follow someone I'll be working with just to see what they do and get tips on how they work, which is going to be pretty much an easy day, except for just sitting and watching a person deliver mail. So I get to watch them and see how they do the job. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a job that I applied back all the way in. I applied all the way back in June for it. They finally got back to me in August, and I finally got my training this week. So it definitely was a long process, but it's definitely a job I'm hoping to be a career. Because honestly, I cannot see myself doing retail for the next 20 years and retiring off of that. It was just getting to me. It was getting too stressful. Although technically I'm probably leaving one hill to join another. Especially around this coming up the year. This coming up, let's see. Lunatic Fringe says Beta Splendens is actually meaning beautiful warrior, is considered vulnerable on the IUCN red list. Looks like Cares is slow on that one too. They were on the White Cloud Mountain Fish. Derek just watching streams and playing Minecraft. Alcoballs has some, but females only. Cool. But yeah, I'm definitely happy that I got a new job. I'm hoping it works out. I still have to pass a 90 working day probationary period, which means I need to make sure I don't crash into anything or anyone, or make sure I actually grasp the job at hand, which it probably shouldn't be too hard for me. It kind of deals with my skill set. I'm pretty good at remembering things, so that'll help me out a lot, especially where things are. Spread that around. Betas are vulnerable. I think at one point, Lunatic Fringe, a lot of fish are unfortunately going to be ending up on the vulnerable list. There's way too many fish on that list. Primarily due to a lot of reasons, and humans are probably a lot of that reason. Whether it be damming up rivers or doing whatever humans do, throwing things just on the ground that they shouldn't be throwing on the ground, and dumping things in waterways that shouldn't be thrown in waterways. We have 1 million species that is on that list. Yeah. I'm guessing that's just the vulnerable list. Do you know how many are in the actual endangered list? Because there's probably a lot more on that list too that we probably wouldn't like on that list. But yeah, as far as my guppies I got, back in August during the club meeting, I still have those black mascot guppies, which actually I have one little one there that came with it, and also they actually dropped one other fry. Total IUCN list is over 100. And then this last meeting, I picked up some more red tail split fins to add to the outside tub, as well as some red albino guppies, which I'm hoping I get some breeding action on that too, so I can increase my guppy populations in those tanks, and hopefully maybe do some breeding, and maybe crossbreeding, see how that turns out. Some experiments if I can. Let's see. There are only 35,000 species of fish. Can't be 1 million on that list. Maybe it could be different types, maybe, of the same species, maybe. Hey, Patty's Petite Tanks, how's it going? Okay. Lunatic Fringe is talking about total zoological species. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. But anyways, what time is it? It's 10 minutes in. Okay, I still have time. Like I said, I do have some late night, and I can't stay up late tonight because I do have to wake up early. But I will post the link if anyone does want to come up. Let me see if I can figure. Did you know the electric blue crayfish is banned in California? Yeah, I did not know that there, George. But Lunatic Fringe does. That is his industry. But yeah. Why? Hi, Mun. I have no clue what you're trying to say there, George. Why? Hi, Mun. Sounds like Kelly. California, not Cali. Not that I'm going to be a stickler on that. I think LL Cool J probably fashioned that name when he said, "I'm going back to Cali." Let's see. Oh, band. Oh, band in California. Gotcha. I I thought George was saying that they're a band in California, but no, they're banned. This Monday morning, the fishing game took the ones at Tiki's. Oh wow. Yeah, I've heard about fishing game and stuff like that. Actually, going to fish stores and never heard from it. Someone close like George. But it's amazing what there's a lot of things I see in a fish store sometimes that are supposedly banned. Most of the stuff I've seen though has been plants. But yeah. Cool name for a band though. Yep. Electric Blue Crayfish. I totally misread that. But then I was going by the spelling. My bad. Alrighty. So I'm going to try something new here. I'm going to go ahead and maybe let's check out some things on the web. Primarily, let's check out what on a website called Reddit, which is r/aquariums. Go check that out and see what they're doing over there. I don't know. I just kind of want to maybe try some reactions and see how this goes and see how it works for me. Just something new. Just pondering it out. Can everyone see that okay? I don't know, because I can't really see the full screen as well. Primarily because I'm in StreamYard. All right, let me see here. But I mean, the first post right here is any tips for algae carpets, and of course they post a picture, which of course is this picture, which I'm not really a fan of this picture, and I really don't think that's regular algae. That back window probably does need to be cleaned up a little bit, and if you actually read the comments, I believe people actually say that is blue-green algae, which is probably not healthy for the tank as opposed to regular algae. But I've actually seen some nice really algae walls. But okay, maybe it's the could be the connection. Maybe that's better, or is this going to be better? That's probably better because it's larger, I'm assuming. And this, of course, this post was by the username BeanersXD. But that's basically what that is. But that definitely doesn't look like regular algae. That does kind of look like the blue-green algae, like the comments are saying in there. I'm not sure if I would really, I'm not sure really sure I would want a algae carpet, even if it's regular algae. But it'd probably be nice to have an algae wall. But then again, that would be hard to probably upkeep, and you'll probably have that algae kind of just growing all over the place eventually. I know with my tank right here, my multi tank, I did have a lot of algae growing on that before, and that was kind of growing crazy. But I don't know if you can really see it from the camera here, but a lot of the algae has actually been cleaning up. I do have some, let's see if I can point to it. Pothos right here. I have pothos growing out of it. And if you watch my Instagram, I do have like a long root growing down towards the bottom. And over in that other corner right there, I just put this in probably a couple weeks ago, which is a lucky bamboo. And I have that sitting in the tank and growing out of it, which is hopefully helping clean the water, some filter that out. Of course, you're probably not going to see this now because I don't have the right window. But let's go back over to here and see the next post, which is by Mini Clips with a Z, kind of colorblind. This is between 20 ppm and 40 ppm, right? Thanks for your help. And this, of course, is the lovely API test kit for nitrate. Personally, I probably actually would believe that is more between the 10 ppm or the 20. But maybe I'm colorblind, but I've never, this is one thing I never liked about the nitrate test on the API, is I can never tell between the 10 ppm and the 20 ppm, primarily because the color oranges are so close together for me, and I can't really tell, which is one of the reasons why I actually went with a more digital one, which actually gave you a number, which was a nice kit. Expensive, but it was a nice kit. Derek says, yeah, I've always wanted a tank with a black back wall covered with blackbeard algae. Yeah, the only thing with like an algae wall, it's probably the maintenance would probably be very, very, very hard to do. Like I said, you probably end up growing algae all over the place. Derek says that looks more like 20 ppm, but I don't think the OP was correct in terms of being between 20 and 40. That is definitely between 10 and 20. Looking at the picture, let me go back to the tab here, which I see it bigger. Yeah, see, I'd probably say that's more like 10. But then, like I said, I can never really tell. I can never tell the difference between 10 and 20. If you're at 10 or 20, it doesn't really matter, in my opinion. You're probably having decent water in the first place, which is all that matters in the beginning, anyways. That's pretty much where you want to be. Unless, yeah, I mean, even if you have plants, but you definitely don't. I mean, even if you get up to 40, that's kind of okay. Although you probably want to work on bringing that down. Let's see here. The next post is going to be, what is my snail doing? I'll put him back on the glass, but he keeps on whirling around in the current. Is he trying to eat the food? I fed him snail food, and I have a feeling this is probably just a snail kind of floating on the top, which I have seen a lot of snails do. They kind of like to surf around in the current on the top sometimes. I don't know why they do that. If someone in the chat or in the comments, if you're watching this, please tell me why snails might do this. That'd be appreciated. And of course, this post is by Martian SPS, if I'm reading that correctly, pronouncing that right. But yeah, it's a lovely snail kind of surfing on the top of the water. I don't have a lot of snails that do that right now, primarily because all I have is Malaysian trumpet snails, and all they love to do is bury in the sand and kind of climb the walls. And let's see here. Moving on to the next one. This one is before versus after. This is by Van Pasafela 57. I'm probably definitely mispronouncing that big time, but of course I might have to go into the actual thread on this one because the pictures are really, very small and tiny on this one, and that really didn't help. Let's try this again. Let's actually go in here and hopefully it's showing on my thing, and of course, there we go. That's a big picture, and of course this is captioned, I caught some croaking gourami from a ditch. And that is supposed to be a croaking gourami, and of course there it is right there in the water. This is captioned, after some love and care, they look pretty good, though I don't know how you could really tell how it looks from this picture, primarily because it's out of water and just sitting in the hand. So I'm not quite sure on how well that's actually a good representation of how it looked in the ditch. Being in the sunlight might actually be better for it color-wise, but actually it looks like a nice little colorful fish right there. Flooding snails always concerned me. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's yeah, with floating snails, I'm not really sure if it's a call for help from the snails or just something that they do just to either look for food or maybe it's an auction thing. I'm not really quite sure on that. I'm really not a snail expert by any means. But I've seen some snails do that before. I really haven't seen a while, even though I do have ram's horns in my piston tank. They really just don't really do that surfing. Yeah, let's see. Anthony says, never seen a wild-caught croaking gourami look like that. Got thousands in Cambodia. Yeah, I kind of yeah, croaking. Yeah, I'm sure maybe this might have been a case where maybe someone is probably one of those fish that ended up in the ditch primarily because someone dumped them in there. I'm pretty sure this is probably not a wild-caught one, but a one caught in the quote-unquote wild because some person who actually had them in the aquarium before probably dumped them in our waterways and ended up in a ditch, and that's probably how that got in there. But anyway, it does look nice with this blue finnage. And of course, some other pictures that it didn't take very long. And they quickly learned to eat food. I gave them 2. But yeah. Yeah. The sun definitely does something. It's either the light we give doesn't show the right spectrum for it to reflect back at us, or the sun adds a little bit of spice. Yes, I think it probably has to do with a lot of spice that the sun adds into it. Just like how sun gives us vitamin D. Well, allows our body to create vitamin D. I really don't know how that whole process works, but yeah. But yeah, I know my sunfish that I got, my long-hair sunfish in the pond. They are really looking nice. One of these days, I'm gonna actually probably have to fish them out of the actual pond and actually show off the colors. I haven't really done that for myself personally, but just looking at them from above and looking into the water, they're a nice coloring red in there, and it's very nice looking. Yeah, because light is different for everyone. And I mean, especially if you have different lights as well, different lights add different colors and kind of reflects off the fish a lot. And if you change the colors in your light, sometimes that changes the coloration of the fish as well. If you add some reds, of course, you're going to see it's going to basically make the fish redder, or if you have blue lights, it's going to make it bluer. Which that could be the case as well. Maybe they just have more blues in their water, and that could be the case as well. And different cameras actually show off differently as well. So there's a lot of different reasons why that is the case. Let's see here. Let me show that one instead. Okay, go off to the next post right here. And hopefully everyone is enjoying this. Please, if you want to comment on that, please let me know if you like this format or not. Just something I want to try differently. See how it works. It's just added content, I believe. It's always nice to actually look online sometimes and see what other people are doing. And of course, this next post is from Poca Chronatina. This is soon to be first-time fish owner here. What's your word shrimp advice? I might not know. Which I'm definitely not a shrimp pro either. But these are nice looking orange shrimp. I'm not quite sure on the kind. I'm pretty sure someone in chat could probably tell. If I take a stab at it, I'm probably gonna say a sun-kissed, but I could be definitely wrong on that. But replicate something with melanin type cells, and the sun activated the cell that replicates vitamin D. That could be the case. But yeah, I do love the orange colors in that shrimp, and that green moss or whatever that stuff that they're standing on looks beautiful. Nice green to it. Don't really see much algae to it. And I'm assuming a lot of it hopefully that's the case where it's just from the shrimp actually probably eating all the stuff that you don't want to see on there. But looks Neo. George says pumpkin shrimp. Looks Neo. Is anyone excited for the next, speaking of Neo, is anyone excited about the new, what's that movie? The Matrix movies, the Matrix 4? George has some orange shrimp. I used to have some orange shrimp. I used to have some orange, some tiger shrimp. but I don't have them anymore. I used to keep them with some Endlers, which I'm kind of wishing I picked up some Endlers at the last meeting, but I decided to go with the albino red guppies. Gotta finish the saga. Gotta finish the Matrix saga. Yeah, I mean, I mean, at first I'm like the Matrix 4. Who really asked for the Matrix 4? I mean, it kind of ended at the point on Matrix 3 where I didn't really know where they would be able to go. Watching the trailer do that, though, it is looking interesting, and I definitely want to go see it now. But it's one of those movies I had to see the trailer first. Anyways, back on topic. Off to the next post. This is the last one, I swear. This is by Oshu Walker. And I have a feeling what this is. I have a feeling this is more tanks. And for some of you, this is probably just an amateur. But it definitely is more tanks than what I have. But I do kind of like the setup. We have like a chair so you could actually watch whatever's in this tank. Not this tank, but the tank in front of the chair. I forgot you can't really see where I'm pointing to because, of course, all you're staring at. Oh, actually, you're not staring at anything. You're just. Let's see. Makes my head hurt. How did the albino guppies doing for you? They're doing okay. There's still just 4 in there. I had 4. I have 2 males and 2 females. But of course, it's going to probably help when I do this if I actually do it this way and actually load the website. It makes my head hurt. Let's see here. Yeah, I kind of realized that. In a second, but yeah. This, of course, is the last one, I swear. Which on this, of course, this is pretty amateur to some of you people, especially George. This is only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks. But they definitely do have rooms for much, much more, which is a lot more room than I have and a lot more tanks than I have as well. I really can't add any more tanks to what I have, which is why I'm adding stuff outside. But yeah, I do love the chair that you could just sit there and just watch that fish. Although I kind of wish you could kind of probably watch all the other ones as well. The view on the other ones aren't too well, and it doesn't really like there's much going on in any of these tanks that I could see. I see a couple of fish in this one. I could see some. There's probably some Java fern in there in the middle. I do like that one in the back on the left. That looks like it's nicely aquascaped with the rocks and the greenery in that one. Which that orange thing I'm assuming is probably a betta. The one, of course, to your right in the right middle, which is the one with the one light stand that's kind of raised up. That's kind of more of a blackish water, greenish. I don't know, greenish water. I don't know. That's probably just probably from tannins from some driftwood. Probably is just starting out. But yeah, definitely amateur according to some of these people. Let's see here. I figure move on to the next one. Shallow desk tank. I'll probably end it after. Oh wait, no, I'll do 3 more, and probably call it a night in this kind of aspect. But this way, this is a shallow desk tank, and this, of course, I do love the aquascape on this one. I love the rocks. I love the carpeting. I love the fact that they have a little break in the carpeting in here in the middle. And I love whatever that carpeting on that rock is in the corner right there. Don't see any. I think I see some fish. Oh yeah, I see a couple fish in the background. Okay, I can see it's more over to the right as well. So there's definitely fish in there. I don't know what fish are in there. They're kind of small looking, but that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do either. I don't know what fish are in there. I don't know what I'm doing here. But it looks like it's loading up, and I don't want to do that because it's going to be slow loading. But some of those looks like they're like neons in there. I'm not quite sure on that. And this, of course, is a post by Texture Boy. I already kind of watched this one. I already opened up this one. This is this proper drip acclimation? I'm new to this. Let me see here. See if anyone made any comments. But of course, this post is, I'm new to this, and this is about proper drip acclimation. This is by Noob42507. And of course, it kind of looks like an ingenious kind of process. It looks like they cut up a water bottle and added a little thing where it drips water into it. I mean, it'll work. And of course, this looks like it's just for an airite snail, although I've never really drip acclimated my snails. I know some people do, some people don't. I think George is a big fan of acclimating fish this way. I don't know about drip, but at least adding some. I'm sure George will probably be an expert at acclimating fish. I think he does. Especially, I mean, yeah, you probably do want to do it if you're doing different kind of water types, from soft to hard or hard to soft, or different pHs. But I really never drip acclimate my stuff. Unless it's something that really needs it, something that's the water might be different than what it came from. Most fish I get are from local waters, well, local fish store waters. Yeah, just dump them in your tank. That's what I'd probably do with an airite, especially an airite. I'd just dump it into the tank. But I do like the the creativeness to this method, cutting the water bottle in half and kind of just adding the lid for the funnel and a small little hole to drip acclimate. And this, of course, is Stargate Atlantis, 18-gallon low profile, do-it-yourself freshwater tank. Stargate. I never watched Stargate Atlantis, but I have watched Stargate SG-1 a lot. Definitely in my earlier years. I tried picking it up. I mean, let me see what they did to this. And this, I think, is a video. So this is by, I don't know the name on this. This looks like TJM. I think there's a letter in between the T and the J. So let's go ahead and open this, what looks like a video. Stargate Atlantis, 18-gallon low profile. Yeah, it looks like there's lots of little fishies in here. And there, of course, is the Stargate right there on the right-hand side. And I think this is just one of those tanks where they just add that Stargate on the side and just call it a Stargate Atlantis tank. Oh, okay, I see what the fishes are in here now. I see a betta in there, and I don't know what those are. I can't really tell right now. I love the, this is something I would love to do, actually have a little fog on the top. But I'm not advanced yet. I don't have the, let's see. Yeah, let's see. This looks like a pretty nice setup. I love the setup, though. Lunatic Fringe wants to know, George, how are you Tankaninka cichlids doing? Oh, but yeah, I definitely love the way that they have this tank set up. I'm loving this one. Nice little waterfall right area, and they kind of break it up with that little slate of rock right in front of it, so it kind of disperses the water more. Huh. This is a very interesting setup. I'm really glad I found this one. This is just an interesting setup. Something I wish I had the time to actually do. Oh, okay, close up what the fish is there. Okay, looks like white cloud minnows. I think. I could be wrong on that. Please let me know what these are. I want to say they are albino. I don't know. Gold. I don't know. I'm probably wrong on that. But I could be right. Anyways, there's the end of that video. But that was an excellent looking tank. And I'm gonna do one more, because basically this one is by Little Moon 224, and they're saying, "Yay, your parents didn't eat you, baby tiger batis." Well, I'm guessing they didn't eat you yet, I guess. And this, of course, is another video right here, and that doesn't look like a baby one. Oh wait, maybe that is a baby one. Okay, never mind. But yeah, it's always nice to see those like fry sometimes, and like, wait, what? You're still in the tank? But anyways, yeah, I do want to think that Yeah, I do think I was right then. The Golden Mountain Minnows. That's what I wanted to say. Not albino ones. Golden Mountain Minnows. And of course, let's see here. George says Tinkanikas are doing well. And Anthony with the Amazon Research Center for Ornamental Fish. They're almost done with all of the aquaria built at the public aquarium that they're building in Peru. That is great to hear. I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing some videos on his channel, on their channel, when all that's done. And I believe they do have a, video coming out on an update on that. So if you haven't subscribed to his channel or their channel, make sure you do, and that way you get some updates on what they're doing down there in Peru. Some scary bats live in Peru. Become a vampire bat that feeds on mammal blood, the only blood-sucking species identified by science. Yeah, not a bat I would want to encounter. But anyways, I guess I don't need that anymore, so I could stop sharing that because that is done. Please let me know what you thought about that. That's something I plan on doing in the future. Some more of that stuff, visiting Reddit and visiting more of their more aquarium or fish related subs, and do some reactions on what they have posted there. If you're rewatching that, please let me know in the below and what you think on that too. Those are just mosquitoes. I know bats. We need more bats around here right now because we have a lot of mosquitoes. Fortunately, or unfortunately, however you look at it, I'm pretty sure my fish in my tubs in my pond are loving the mosquitoes out there. Bats are better than vampires. The worst you can get is rabies instead of everlasting hell. I don't know. I hear rabies is a pretty bad experience. Which is something I wonder. I wonder if the lore of bats and vampires maybe came about due to rabies. Maybe I'm thinking maybe back in the day, maybe someone got bit by a bat and they got rabies, and maybe that's how the lore of vampires came about. I really wouldn't be surprised that's on how that came about. And then of course, as it's a telephone game where one person tells a story and they embellish something, and next thing you know, we have Count Dracula living in a castle. Neolamprologus calperteris. I just stole shell full of fry. That's one way to get the fry out of there and make sure they survive. Still them out of the tank. Let's see. The first literature was actually in Germany, where Lilith is the first vampire. Or you have or you have the first vampire. But I just wonder if the lore just came out of maybe someone getting bit by a bat and getting rabies, and just the whole telephone game ended up. And of course these writers pick up on it, and they kind of just write their story based off of that. Lunatic French just did a video on vampires. All right, see you later, Derek. I'm probably gonna have to go shortly myself, because like I said, I do have to wake up early. I do have to wake up in like 7 hours, about roughly. Because I get to wake up early to drive in traffic to get down to another city. It's this fish. Of course, I can't see that link because I can't really, highlight it and put it on my screen. But yeah, tomorrow I get to have fun. I get to wake up early, take a long drive. See, that would be understandable. But the only blood-eating animal is the bat from the Americas. Yeah. Vampires basically date back to the 1400s, which back then, the belief which I'm thinking that's that's my theory. That's gonna be my theory or a hypothesis, actually. That's gonna be my hypothesis on how vampires came about. Someone got bit by a bat over there, and they developed rabies, and maybe they bit another person, and they got sick, and next thing you know, it this whole vampire lore came about that way. Although, can people transmit rabies from one person to another? I know it's typically communicated by saliva, but can one human bite another human and give them rabies if they have rabies? That's a good question. I'm gonna have to Google that one. And a person give someone else rabies? Rabies is not contagious from person to person. The virus most often spreads through bites from an infected animal, but it can also spread if the animal's saliva spit gets directly into a person's eyes, nose, mouth, or open wound, such as a scrape or scratch. Interesting. So I guess people cannot. Actually, it is a cryptid animal in Europe. Just a myth, human blood is toxic. Just like the chupacabra. Yeah, it's amazing how similar lores end up in different continents sometimes. Kind of makes you think. Although I don't know how far off a chupacabra is from a vampire, but the goat sucker. Yeah. Hide your goats. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm probably going to be leaving shortly, primarily because I have to go wake up early and do some training. They take the blood out of the nooks of goats. Interesting. You think something like that exists? We all be food for them by now. Yeah, you'd think that. But hey, we're at the top of this food chain. Which I've never understood that, because I'm pretty sure if you ended up with an encounter with a lion that wanted to eat you, I'm pretty sure the lion would win, unless you're probably armed with something. So how far up on the top of the food chain are we really? We're just good at making tools to actually take care of other animals. Vampire studies. The vampire study runs deep with me. I have studied them in cryptids for a long time. ET is more possible than a vampire. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if vampires existed, would probably already really know one. With all the social media out there, someone would have captured one that actually verified. Someone would have killed one by now as well. Hello, Detroit Shrimps and Aquatics. How's it going tonight? Thank you for joining me this early in the morning for you, probably. Or late in the morning. I don't know. Early in the morning, late in the morning. No, early in the morning. Unless you're not in Detroit at the moment. Then you probably could be somewhere else at a different time. But yeah, I think I think pretty much ET is probably definitely more possible than a vampire. With all the things out there in the universe, yeah. So that's not too bad. They just don't suck it out of people's necks. There are people that practice hemopathology, though, and drink human blood. Yeah, there's those people out there that do that as well. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think one of the problems with that, I think they get too much iron, right? Chewy, do they end up with iron, what's it called, overload of iron, overdosing iron? That's probably what happens to them, if I'm not correct. If I'm not wrong. Yeah, I definitely need to sleep early tonight. I will be doing driving. I will be getting tested on the driving, and something I need to make sure I pass. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. Story of vampires, I believe. Well, this is according to George. Story of vampires, I believe, originated in Transylvania, where Dracula was born. Now, Dracula was real, no doubt about it. He's in the history books. So according to Chewy, the first vampire was actually Lilith. You know, yeah. That's what Chewy's not saying. Not Transylvania. I think with the Transylvania, I think it's the most commonly popularized one, probably. The one that's been most popularized has been Dracula. Just like the Oreo cookie is not the original. Hydrox is actually original in terms of what you would consider an Oreo cookie. It's just that Oreo kind of out competed Hydrox. Let's see. And then it was Nosferatu in Germany. And then it was Count Dracula. Yeah, I think popularized though, Chew. I think it's always Count Dracula, then Nosferatu. Lilith is the first time I've heard about Lilith. Unless you're referring to the Lilith in the Sims game. Which I wonder if the people who actually made the game Sims 4 or whatever the Sims, whenever they introduced Lilith, I wonder if they got that name from the actual Lilith vampire that's actually from the lore. I don't know. Although I think my favorite vampire is probably Count Chocula or the Count in Sesame Street. No. Count Ulrich was the Count in 1922. Orlick. Everyone's having trouble with their shift button tonight. Yes, Count Chocula. Two different pieces of work. Actually, Mary Shelley wrote about Orlick around the same time as Frankenstein and his monster. Frankenstein's monster. The monster was not named Frankenstein. Frankenstein was the mad scientist, if you want to call him that. Bram Stoker wrote Dracula a little later. Alrighty. Anyways, people, I do need to head out. I do need to get ready for work tomorrow. Lovely training. I do have to wake up early because I have to be there at like 6:20, and I'm probably gonna have to hit traffic. So I probably have to leave extra early to make sure I get there in time. Because USPS is very, very strict on attendance, and they really want you there on time. No matter if they want to deliver your mail late. So. Shelley's was an article in the news magazine, and Stoker's was a book. I'd be a vampire if it had good benefits. So anyways, I'll see everyone later. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. I'd much appreciate it. Especially eventually I do at least want to hit that 1K mark at least. which I'm kind of stuck around 780, 784 right now. But a lot of that is my channel's growing very slowly because I haven't been streaming as much. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. I appreciate everyone who actually decided to come on and stop by. Thanks for everyone joining. I don't know if Rico Stan is still streaming, but you could probably head over there and see if he's still streaming. I don't know if he's still streaming. If anyone in the chat would like to tell me if he's still streaming, so I could send people over there. So anyways, good night, everyone, and hope you have a great day. And I'll probably, hopefully, see you shortly again at some point in time. Like I said, I hope to be streaming more often. I just don't know when or what day I could find. Primarily with being a postal carrier, I have no clue on how I'm going to feel when I get home. Probably around 8 or 9 my time. I might be too tired to be actually streaming, but I'm going to try that anyways. So anyways, I'm going to head out now. Bye.